Okay, well, I'm halfway through getting ready. I'm going to the movies soon. I'm going to go see Speed Racer. I'm very, very excited. So, I'll let you guys know what it's like when I get back. So until I get back, well, enjoy this.
I'm ready. Speed Racer has completely changed the equation.
Stop him now.
I'm trying, but he's just too fast.
Someone's trying to hurt my family, and I'm gonna do everything I can to hurt him back.
This ain't a race. This is a showdown.
You think you can drive a car and change the world? It doesn't work like that.
It's the only thing I know how to do, and I gotta do something.
Well, that was disappointing. I mean, don't get me wrong, it wasn't a bad movie, but then it wasn't a good movie either. To be honest, I actually really felt that this movie didn't flow right at all the way through. I mean, it started off well enough, it got straight into the racing, which we all know Speed is best for, but through the racing, they would intermix flashback stories into it when you're seeing Speed as a kid. And I can understand that you have to have those. In these kinds of movies where you have the hero, the first movie is mostly normally an origin story more than anything else anyway. But the way that they went about it just didn't sit right with me. On one hand, he's racing and it's very fast, it's very actioned, it's just very full on, and then suddenly it would pan around to a character and they would have a flashback to when Speed was a kid. And it just ruined the pace. You'd be suddenly sitting there going, yeah, 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 and then bang, it's straight into a flashback. And then back into the racing, like, yeah, 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 and then flashback. And personally, I didn't like that. And it wasn't just at the beginning, it was the whole entire way through the movie. And like I said, it just didn't flow. I don't know how else to say it. Also, I didn't know what kind of feel this movie was trying to pump out. I don't know if they wanted it to be a serious movie or a humorous movie or just a good old friendly family movie. Because the movie had a lot of humor in it, but, and as funny as some of the humorous parts in it, they just felt really misplaced, like they didn't belong. They didn't really felt like they didn't match up to some of the more serious, darker parts that they had in the movie, and even those parts didn't feel like they sat right against everything else. And even the sentiments in the movie, the whole deep and meaningfuls between father and son, they just seemed really long and drawn out and boring, and it actually really made me feel quite impatient. About halfway through the movie, I was just like, oh, come on, just get to the final race so I can enjoy the fact that he wins, and so I can go home. The thing is, on top of all of that, I found even the acting to be quite poor. If it wasn't the fact that the actual storyline didn't grip me enough, the characters didn't grip me. And as much as I love John Goodman, and Christina Ricci is always hot, even with those two in it, it just was not enough to carry it for me. They just were not convincing enough. In fact, I found that the only two characters to be convincing enough for me were Speed's younger brother Spriddle and his pet monkey. But then it's a monkey playing a monkey. How can you get a monkey wrong? Now, the actual racing in the movie, which I know everybody that's pretty much what everybody is going for. That's what I was looking forward to. And the racing was actually pretty good. It was very colourful, maybe a little overly CG, but then it's a live action movie inside of a cartoon, so that was the kind of feel that the brothers were going for. I feel that maybe it was just a little bit too much eye candy because it actually made you feel a little sick to the stomach. But even with the racing's high-paced feel and all its flips and tricks, it still wasn't enough to grip me. I didn't feel the tension and the suspense from it. I mean, you go and see these movies and you know that these characters, you know that the characters racing are going to lose, you know that Speed is going to win. Even if he has a hard part at first, you know he's still going to come out on top. You go and see all these any kind of racing or sports movies, you know this is going to happen. But like any good competitive movie, they have to make you feel like that maybe there's a chance that the hero won't win. And when he does win, you're all excited and proud, and you feel a sense of triumph, even though you knew he was going to win anyway. Speed Racer didn't do this for me. In fact, it wasn't until the actual final race that it actually managed to raise attention even just a little bit, and I was happy that Speed won. But it was still not anywhere near the magnitude that other really good sports competitive movies achieve. Now, I do have to give the Wachowski brothers credit. You could see what they were trying to do. But unfortunately, after The Matrix, people are going to be going and seeing their movies expecting great things, brilliant things, genius, groundbreaking, and unfortunately Speed Racer just does not deliver. So yeah, this is Mark Media. See ya.
He's going to be very good.
No, he's going to be the best if they don't destroy him first.